Welcome to the Business Coach Videocast, an advice-oriented series that tackles the top issues and opportunities facing Canada's small businesses. I'm your host, Ian Portsmouth, the editor of Profit Magazine, and we produce this videocast in cooperation with BMO Bank of Montreal. It's important for every small business to sell its product or service, but it's even more important to be paid for that product or service. With more consumers moving from cash to cashless forms of payment, we've decided to dedicate this episode of the Business Coach Videocast to exploring the opportunities for small business owners to capitalize on this trend. And here to join me and help us with his insights is Malcolm Fowler, VP of Marketing for Moneris Solutions. Malcolm, welcome to the Business Coach Videocast.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
So Malcolm, what can you tell us about how the card payment industry is evolving and where it's heading next?
Well, maybe to best understand where it's going, we can look back a little bit and take a look at Canada and payments in general. Canada actually has one of the most card-used payment environments anywhere in the world. It's partially because of the banking system that has promoted a debit environment that is very specific to Canada, but it's also because Canadians like to use credit cards and earn points. So no matter where you are, no matter what Canadian you talk to, they're likely to have a card in their wallet that allows them to make an electronic payment instead of cash.
Malcolm, you mentioned electronic forms of payment. A lot of us have heard about the coming of the e-wallet. What is that and how does it change life for a small business owner?
So, we're all used to using a card to make our payments, and not very long ago, a chip was put in the card that simply allowed you to tap and go and make a payment. We're starting to see in the marketplace that chip end up on the back of a phone. So it's really just taking the chip out of the card and putting it on the phone. But in the future, that will all be inside the phone. So we'll have the capability for effectively that chip, that tap and go transaction to happen right from the phone. And that means that consumers may not have their wallets with them. The wallet may be in the phone, and the wallet will hold more than one card. They'll choose what they want to pay with, tap, and go.
Malcolm, we often think of payment processing, especially in a retail environment, as something that happens with the assistance of some kind of terminal. What are the options that are currently available to small business owners?
Good question, because there certainly are lots. We're all very used to seeing that sort of fixed countertop model at the front of a retail store, but things have changed a little bit. We had that chip and pin technology, and now when we go to a restaurant, that terminal kind of comes to us. So there's short-range wireless devices that work inside of a restaurant or inside of a retail environment that can come to you. Of course, at times you may actually be a long ways away from your physical store and you may need a wireless device like this, which actually runs on a cellular network and allows you to take your payment processing acceptance with you wherever you go. There's a couple other things too that you can think about. You can actually take your phone and add a card reader to it that simply allows the card to be swiped right through the device. So there's an app for that. And what this means is if you are a very small business and you don't want to have an extra cellular plan, you can live off the cellular plan that's on your device, and these devices will even work on wireless through Wi-Fi. So it's a great solution for small businesses.
So in all of that milieu there, Malcolm, you did not mention situations where the card is not present, so to speak, e-commerce situations. So how do we handle those things these days?
Another really great question. So we have the ability to give merchants a terminal on their computer. So if you were at home and you were accepting payment by phone, you could literally type a transaction into your computer and it would go through the internet. We have the ability to support that same kind of transaction technology on the back end of a website. And lastly, there's an ability to publish a website and have the payment technology included right inside of it. So there's a great gamut, a real mixture of capabilities when the customer is not at the same place as the person accepting the transaction.
Malcolm, more and more consumers are opting to purchase gift cards rather than a physical gift. That has long been the domain of larger retailers. What options are now becoming available to smaller retailers in the gift card realm?
Well, I'm really happy to say that small retailers really have the same capabilities now as large retailers. And, my daughter's birthday party would be a perfect example of seeing those cards show up, giving her a choice of shopping. We run several thousand gift card programs a year. We add several thousand gift card programs a year for small merchants in Canada at Moneris. And some of the trends that we see are almost half of the value that's spent on gift cards is loaded in December and is spent in January. So not only does the retailer get the benefit of that cash and keeping it, it smooths out the retail season a little bit as well. They've become an all-year tool, but they're very important at Christmas time for retailers. And small retailers can order as few as 200 cards, have them customized to represent their business, and they control the whole program themselves. It's a really great option for small retailers.
Malcolm Fowler is VP of Marketing for Moneris Solutions. That's it for this episode of the Business Coach Videocast. For more tools to help you grow your business, you can visit the BMO Smart Steps for Business community at bmo.com/smartbusinessowners. Until next time, I'm Ian Portsmouth, the editor of Profit Magazine, wishing you continued success.